Oh my God. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, love baby. Good morning, love angel. Good morning, Shawana. Good morning to everybody who's gonna be coming in, watching the replay. Good morning to the people in the clouds. Good morning to everybody, okay? Hey y'all. So y'all, if y'all see the title, y'all already know what I'm gonna talk about. I kept deciding whether or not I wanted to talk about this, but I'm gonna do it. I am going to do it. Like now that I think about it, I feel like sometimes it's easier said than done. But yeah, y'all, I really, really, really thought it's gonna be easy. But I don't know. Like I don't know, y'all. So let me get a little background story. So the guy that y'all see on the thumbnail, his name is Yordi, and I had art class with him, and I would always see him in the hallways. But how I met him through my art class, and I think me and my brother, because me and my brother had the same art class. I think we were either in our junior year. I don't know, man. It was either our junior or our sophomore year. But I had class with him, and he was like, I don't know. He was For me, he was a regular, high school dude. He would make jokes, really wouldn't do his work, would be fucking off with his phone, everything like that. We was always talking shit, and it was a table where five people could sit there, but it was usually just four of us. It was usually me, my brother, Yordi, and another guy named Diego. R.I.P. to Diego, y'all. He actually passed away. That was my brother's real, real close friend, but R.I.P. to him. Um, so yeah. So basically I met him in school and we had art class. And then when we graduated, the last time I saw him was when I was at Kroger's. I was living with my grandmother at the time, and I was at Kroger's, and he was doing security for the parking lot, and he was, making it seem like he was pulling me over. So I like joked because I caught who it was in the car, and I had stopped and I was talking to him, and he was telling me like about his his journey and like how he got all of his certificates, like showing me like I don't know, like it looked like he went to college because he was showing me all these certificates. Not saying you have to go to college to get certain certificates, but he was showing me the certificates that he was getting and all of this. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm proud of you. He was telling me he had a baby and he was with this girl at the time. And I was like, okay, look at you. But before I saw him at Kroger's, y'all, I'm skipping over stuff. Before I saw him at Kroger's, like we would walk home from school. It'd be me, him, and my brother. We would walk home from school, and we would go into the garage, and we would like smoke. Like we would go in the garage, we would smoke, we would talk shit and everything like that. And another time, it was me, him, three other guys, and my gay friend, and we were smoking in one of my brother's friends' car. We were jam packed to that hole, but we wanted to hot box so bad. So basically, we were smoking in his car, and I just remember Yordi like tripping out, like he was tripping out hard, like off of whatever we was smoking. I don't even remember the name, but I knew he was smoking weed, and I just remember him coming back to our crib and then like him, calming down and everything like that. I remember my mom getting a chance to meet him, my sisters. But y'all, in 2021, before I figured out that he was on the news, my brother told me, he was like, bro, did you not know that Yordi killed people? I was like, what you mean? It was like, yeah, he had killed a couple of people. So I went and I looked, and at the time, y'all, when my brother told me, I never went out my way to look it up because I couldn't figure out what his full name was. And I was like, well, I don't see nothing, coming up. So recently, I think maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was talking to my mom and everything like that about people that I went to school with that have either passed away or, are in jail or, something bad has happened. And you already came to my mind. And I ended up finding him on Google and finding him on YouTube. And he killed three ladies. One was 46, another was I think 49, and another one was in her mid 50s. And they were all from Houston, and they were at this like little hotel resort thing in South Padre Island. And I don't know why he killed them. When he went to court, he pleaded not guilty, but he did turn himself in after, I don't know, after the whole situation. And he strangled his baby mama. Like, y'all, when I found out all of this information, I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on, y'all? I was devastated because I'm like, bro, not my friend. No, not him. I'm like, not the person that came over to the crib and we were smoking together. Like, it, y'all, it kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of, I don't know. I was feeling like, damn, like I don't believe it. That's how I feel. Like I don't feel like he's capable of doing that. But I'm just like, you never know. You never know. But I never, ever, ever got like, oh, he's crazy vibes. I never did. But when I figured out he killed three people, I don't know. I don't know if he did allegedly. That's what's being said, that he killed three people and that he strangled his baby mama or his ex fiance. It kind of just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It kind of messed me up. Like when I read the whole story, and I was trying to see if they had any updates, but no. I know where he's at. I do know where he's at and where he's located. He's still over there in South Padre. They have him in a detention center or at the county, and I guess he's just waiting for trial because I can't find anything else. I know he was supposed to go on trial in May or March, but May and March have passed, so I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're postponing it. I don't know. But like y'all, when I be looking at his mug shots, I'm just like, damn, like say it ain't so. Like I would have never thought. I would have never thought. I just y'all, it still trips me out. It does. It trips me out. Like I know too many people that I went to school with that have passed away or like did something that, they did stuff that I just wouldn't imagine, my brother or, anybody else around me that I know to do. Like my my brother's friend Diego, he went with one of his friends to go rob a house, and the owner was actually home, and I think they both died. I know for a fact that Diego died because my brother went to his funeral. Then a guy named they call him Kiwi. I don't remember his real name. I know it starts with a K though, but they call him Kiwi for short. And he died the same way. He went and tried to rob a house and he got shot. Like, yeah, I hate that all these tragic things have been happening. Like we all graduated, but it's almost like, damn, like a lot of a lot of the people that I was in school with or may have graduated maybe a year or two before me, it's like they like just kind of just, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't It's just sad. Like your life hasn't even started. It technically it has started, but like, you just get out of high school and then, you pass away, or like the ones who died during prom. Because they used to tell us over the intercom, the people who passed away like during prom, like don't do don't get drunk and drive and all that stuff. But people would still do it, so they would go over the intercom and tell us who's passed away. Especially when we had this there was a big party at somebody's house, but a lot of high schoolers from the school um I was going to, there was a huge shooting and a lot of people got injured and a lot of people died. And I remember that day because they were just calling out names. And I think I was a freshman. But I remember that day because I was at the carnival that day it happened. Like it was off of, well, for people in Texas and in the Houston area, y'all know what I'm talking about. They used to put a carnival off of 529 and Barker Cypress over there by that old HEB that got shut down. I was at the carnival that day, and I remember just seeing all these flashing lights, all these police cars, all these ambulance, and I did not know it was because of that house party, and it was because of a shooting. Until I went to school, and I was like, "Damn!" Now it kind of all makes sense. And shit, till that day, I was like, "I'd be damn if I go to a house party." I just wouldn't put myself through that. I don't see myself ever doing that. That's just, because it's not safe. You can't go to the damn club or the bars. You can't do nothing really anymore like you used to because it's not safe. Everybody has their breaking points. People will shoot you because you stepped on their new shoes. Like it's kind of getting hectic and petty out here. But y'all, I had to tell y'all about my friend George. I had to. And I kind of figured I was gonna touch base on a couple other people that I know that have passed away, and not even people that have passed away. I know a couple of people who have, and it's mostly men, and that's what really trips me out. I've had several guys that I went to school with, middle school, that I figured out that they've killed themselves, like they've hung themselves. Mostly, it's them hanging themselves, or somebody tried to drown themselves. But I know two people who hung themselves. I think one was because his girlfriend broke up with him, but this recent one that I found out, I don't know why he hung himself, but I would have never thought this guy would have hung himself. I would have never thought because it almost seemed like he was always happy. It always seemed like he had, good things going on, but I don't know. Like I guess he was really good at hiding what was going on with himself because when I figured out he hung himself, I'm like, I don't get it. Like what what transpired in your life that made you want to hang yourself? You know what I mean? So sometimes when I be hearing about um some of these people I went to school with, middle school, some of these people that didn't finish high school, and they're just, they kill themselves or something happens to them, the shit just kind of gets sad. It gets real, 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 real sad. I don't know. I be feeling bad for like all of the people who used to hang around certain individuals. I know a girl, man, it's crazy because another I would say around last year, maybe a year and a half ago, I know this girl, she graduated before me, and she got pregnant, she had her baby, but she does hair, and she was talking about how like since she's moved and since she's got pregnant, she don't have any mom friends, because everybody that she graduated with, they don't have kids, but she had a kid and she knew I had one. So she was talking about how she wanted, to hang out, and I was asking her about like could she do my daughter's hair, and I never had got around to doing it, but I remember my baby daddy calling me and he was upset because he found out that she died. Her baby daddy came and shot her while she had her son in her hands, and she died while her son was in her hands. And it made me sick to my stomach. It did. It made me sick to my stomach because it's just people do any and everything nowadays. People don't give a fuck. I don't know why he shot her. I don't know why he killed her, but y'all, when I be hearing about all these stories from people that I know that I went to school with, I be like, damn, it's almost like I don't know. The one thing that really fucks me up is Diego and Yordi. Like I don't know. It's like damn, we was all sitting at the table together at one point, and I was almost like, okay, you got Diego who passed away, and then you got Yordi who, you know, in jail because of he possibly could have killed these three women that were found dead at this resort in South Padre. Like it just kind of, I don't know. It just the shit is sad. It is. It really is. It's sad. But yeah, yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. I did. I just know way too many people that, something either bad happened to them or they passed away or, suicide. It's really, really, really sad. It is. It's just sad. I said, "Was go cry?" Nah, I'm not gonna cry out, but nah, I really do. Sometimes when I find out somebody else passed away or something bad has happened or they did something, I just be like, not to say it in a bad way, but it's almost like, damn, who's gonna be next now that I know? Like, who's gonna be next? Because it's never something good. I always hear something bad. I always hear something bad. I'm just like, damn. That's why I be trying to tell my baby daddy, I be like, that fast life you want to live, you either gonna wind up in jail or you're gonna die. You know what I mean? You gotta really choose what you want to do, and especially don't think don't think just for yourself now. You gotta think for your kids. You gotta think like that. You just can't think about living in that fast lane, making fast money. You know what I mean? Everything that you do that you're really not supposed to do always has a bad outcome. You know what I mean? Sometimes not for everybody, but I mean, you gotta think about it. You know what I mean? You gotta think about things that transpire in your life. Like I don't know how many times I've told this story. I don't think I've publicly told the story, but when I got pregnant, y'all, my baby daddy was selling weed. And at one point, I was selling weed, but I temporarily sold weed because I just wanted to flip some money. Then I had stopped. Then when I got pregnant, my baby daddy was still selling weed and everything like that. And he was using my car. So I would usually like stay at his house or I would be um with my grandmother or at the time my mom moved and went to Detroit and she still had her house in Houston, she was letting me stay there. So I would just be at the crib just chilling, waiting for him to come home. But one day I went with him because he needed to go to the laundry little washateria. We call it the washateria here, but he had to go to the washateria basically. And I was helping him clean his clothes and separate them, and he was even on the phone like trying to sell the rest of the weed that he had, and these people he never sold to wanted to buy the weed that he had, and he was telling them, hey, just meet me at the washateria, but we can go on the other side where the gas station is, and now see the rest by the pump. But they was like, nah, we'll go across the street. Now at the time I was not thinking, he wasn't thinking either, but they met us across the street at a strip center, but everything on the strip center was closed and there was no light. So my baby daddy, he pulled up and he got out the car and he was trying to, sell the weed to him and everything like that out the window. But I guess they wanted him to go inside the car. And the windows were tinted, but at the time I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't. I was sitting there on my phone, everything like that. And I do remember my baby daddy getting in the car, but I didn't know what was going on. All I remember is his plug was calling him, and I was telling him like, "Hey, babe, your phone." I was holding the phone out the window to see if he could see it. I mean, even though that the windows were tinted, I know he could see his phone, and not even honk the horn. But then I just felt like I was like, okay, well, whatever. I didn't really think nothing of it. So the guy in the passenger seat at the time, I didn't know it. He opened up my driver's side car door, and all I remember is him running through and just ramshacking my whole entire vehicle, trying to take like all the money that was in my console out of my car, and was just he was just all over the place. I could tell he was nervous because he was trying to pick up the money, and all he did was drop it, so the money scattered everywhere. He was just trying to pick it up, and he asked me for my purse, and I was like, no. And he was like, if you're not gonna give me your purse, I don't know what the fuck he said, but I know he was trying to threaten me. But I never gave up my purse. And then my baby daddy got in the car and he was all like furious and mad and angry. Was talking about how he gonna get them back. And he wanted to kill them. And I kept him. I was like, bro, if you don't understand now that you don't need to be selling weed, I don't know what to tell you. Because I was shooken up. I was like, you talk about how you was in the back seat and you was being held at gunpoint. At the end of the day, if they was gonna kill you over a little 30 grams of weed, I think he had like 30 or 25 grams on him. But I was like, if they was gonna kill you for that and then steal all the money in my car, I said, these people don't have nothing better to do. And I begged him, y'all, before I had Mariah. I begged the hell out of my baby. I was like, please, like if I ask you of anything, please do not sell weed anymore. I said because if you don't take this as a warning, I don't know what else to tell you. If you can't take that one night before my birthday, if you can't take that, as a warning, I don't know what to tell you. But he never did. That's why I always tell him like you don't understand how bad it sickens me that you still sell weed. You know what I mean? He still sells weed. The only thing he feels is different because now he carries a gun. But I'm like, still, like, why would you put yourself in a position where if you do get robbed and then you do happen to kill somebody, why would you want to put yourself in that predicament? It's already not, weed's not legal in Texas, so I don't see why you would even, think that a gun is going to help you through a situation like that. You know what I mean? You're just going to put yourself in a deeper hole. You know what I mean? So, y'all, I really just, I don't know. I've had this talk with my baby daddy. When my brother was selling weed, I had that talk with him as well. But my brother stopped. Like, my brother knew, like, nah, like, me selling weed, this shit is temporary. My brother he never had my brother don't have a mind like a street nigga because my brother wasn't raised on the streets. Not saying that my baby daddy was, but I feel like he wanted to live that street life. That's what I kept getting from my baby daddy. Like, I want to be outside with the OGs. I want to do this. And I just be thinking, like, bro, your mama is living in the suburbs. Like, why the fuck do you want to, like, why do you want to be something you're not? You know what I mean? Why? Like, you're too smart for that. Like y'all, this man would, bro, he would get on my nerves. I would go to his mom crying because I was so afraid that something was gonna happen to him. I was so afraid, but she was like, "You gotta let him grow up. You can't tell him what to do. His mind is set on what he want to do right now. You can't tell him what to do. You gonna have to step out the way and let him grow up. And if you need to break up with him, then you need to do that because don't let him tear you down and don't let him, knock you off of your path." And like she would give me so much advice and I would listen to her, but the one thing I never did, I never could find, I don't know, I couldn't find like I couldn't I can't say find. I just never I don't think I had the strength to break up with him because I knew I cared about him so fucking much. And then when I had Mariah, that's when like I kind of had a reality check. And I'm like, bro, if you don't really give a fuck about yourself, then it's just like, I don't think you really gonna take in consideration of, not just think about yourself, but you need to think about your child. You gotta do things differently. You know what I mean? Because y'all, I used to be very, 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 very bad. I used to be very, 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 very sneaky. And when I had my daughter, when I got pregnant, I knew all that shit had to, stop. You know what I mean? I couldn't do certain things that I was doing because I knew, like, you're a mother. You don't want to be doing shit you're not supposed to be doing as a parent. You know what I mean? Like I always kept that mindset, like, you don't want to be no bad mother. You don't want to, do things around your child. And when I mean like things, I mean like bad things. Like you don't want to be doing bad stuff around, your kid. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing. I don't want to be a bad influence. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a bad influence. I don't want to. I don't want to get caught up in doing something that I potentially, cause myself to get in a jam or go to jail or, potentially lose my life. I always think about that. I always think about, the consequences of doing certain things. And I only started thinking like that after I had my daughter. Like, I had a reality. Well, not even after I had her. It was when I was pregnant. Like, I was like, like, this is my pride and joy. I would hate to do something and then lose custody. That was my whole thing. Like, I wouldn't ever put myself in a position like that. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I try to be grown, y'all. Y'all know I try to be grown. I have my days when I'm not being grown, but for the most part, the, the way I used to act, man, y'all wouldn't believe that was me, but nah, it definitely was me. Oh my goodness, it was me back then. Back then. But yeah, I really be thinking about certain things. I do. I think about a lot of stuff, especially when I always hear something about somebody passed away that I knew, somebody committed suicide or something. I just be thinking like, damn, it's sad. It's real sad. Or young, like just as young as we are, and then I figure out people get sick. I knew a guy named Cordell I had class with. He ended up getting sick, like sick real, real, real bad, y'all. And he passed away. And I remember that day like it was nothing because when I figured out he died, y'all, I don't know what it was, but all I remember is when I got that little message, I broke down in tears, y'all. I did. I broke down in tears, and I was sick to my stomach. I was sick to my stomach. I just couldn't do it because the last thing I remember is going to the Shell station. It was like maybe before 12 o'clock. I remember going to the Shell station and we happened to bump into each other, and he had gave me a hug. And I feel like that's what fucks me up because at that time I didn't know he was sick, but he was sick, but he wasn't as sick. He wasn't, and he had this whole career. He was I think he was doing his police academy and everything like that, and he got on as a Houston police officer, but he ended up getting sick, and I was just like, damn, I hate that I didn't know he was sick. Like I hate that. The last thing, the last thing I remember is just going to the show station, and then him giving me a hug. I just, I would have never thought. I would have never thought that was the last time. I promise y'all, I would have never thought that. I don't I don't be thinking about that with a lot of people, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. But it sickens me to my stomach when I figure out somebody passed away, and then all you can think about is when the last time you saw them. Like that just sickens my stomach. And one thing I really, 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 really hope. I hope the last time I ever speak to anybody, I don't do it on bad terms because that would really fuck me up. Like I don't ever want to be like, damn, the last time I remember talking to so and so, me and so, we was arguing, we was telling each other, fuck you, I'll never speak to you again, and then you find out somebody passed away. Like no, like that's one thing I don't want to do. That's one thing I don't want to do. It's already bad enough. You know, people already going through things, and I just hate hearing about people passing away, especially people who are so young and they just kind of started living their life, started on their career path, or may have brought a child in this world. You know what I mean? It's just sad. It is. It really is. And that's why I really feel bad for Yordi because he has a son. And when I was watching, they had a little clip of him, and he was, cuffed up, and he had on that little orange jumpsuit. he was the last thing he said was, I just want to know. I think he said something about his son. He was like, I just want to know if my son is okay. Like, that just that's that deep within me. Like the only thing he was worried about was if his son was okay. Like, oh my God, you know what I mean? At this point, y'all, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I need to be talking about this. I fuck around in this bitch and get in the house and cry. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. I just these past couple of days, I've been thinking about Yordi. I've been thinking about a lot of people because it's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just would have never thought. You know what I mean? I would have never thought that they would have, passed away, at a young age or, did something to potentially, ruin them for having a normal life. You know what I mean? But they don't put no age on dying. You can die at any age, but I think that's the concept I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time wrap my mind around how young people are when they pass away. I'm having a hard time. Especially people I know. I hate it. I really do. I hate it. Because all I can think of is like all the good times. I'm like, damn. Like I was just in class with this nigga laughing and joking. Like, damn, this nigga was just in my garage smoking and shit. Like, I don't know. Like, it's sad, y'all. It really is. It's sad to say though. Hey, everybody. No, I was trying to refrain from looking at the chat so I ain't cry. And I wanted to keep focused. All right, I'm looking. I'm looking. Let me go back up to the top. I'm gonna skim through real fast. Hey, Kima. Hey, y'all. Hey, Regina. Hey, Rob. Hello, Shelby. Hey, to everybody. I'm looking live. What's up? Hey, BK. I pray for his soul. I'm telling you, hurt so bad. One day you're here, and the next day you're gone. Exactly. One day you're here, the next day you're gone. Exactly. Have somewhere to go. But God, everyone have a good day. You take care too, Regina. Hey, Looney Tune. Hey, Patricia. Nothing's wrong with crying for a friend that's life. Sometimes it's good to cry. Love it. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Okay. Now I was really thinking about that shit, and I'm like, damn, that shit is sad as hell. You know what I mean? It's sad. It is. It's too sad at that. At that, it's too sad. Because I'm like, damn, these are parents. You know what I mean? Some of these people that I know were parents. Some of these people that I know is just as young as I am, or younger, or just a little bit older. And I mean, we're all in that age bracket, and so it fucks my head up when I hear about somebody passed away that I used to know, somebody I physically seen before, somebody that I've actually had a conversation with. You know what I mean? That's the shit that be killing me. You know what I mean? It kills me. It truly kills me. It does. It kills me. But I'm hoping, truly and honestly, I'm hoping for the best outcome for Yordi. I am. I'm really hoping for the best outcome for him because they can potentially give him the death penalty if they find him guilty of killing those three women. And I just, who who would want to explain that to their kids when they get older? Like, what happened to my dad, or what, like, you know what I mean? Or like especially the mom, like if it's I do believe it's true because they did charge him for strangling his ex fiance. But it's just like, who wants to explain that to their child? Like, at the end of the day, like, he's still a dad, but it's like Oh my God, like I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I hate seeing kids. Not to say it's their fault, but you have kids who grow up to hate their parents because of things that their parents have done to either themselves or to another parent. Like it just kills me. It does. It kills me. You know what I mean? It kills me. And I really do. I genuinely hope for the best. I do. I hope for the best for him, and I really hope that he didn't kill those women. And I'll be looking practically every 2 days or every other day or whenever I can to see if like they'll update anything on him because I do not want to find out somebody that I was real cool with at a time that he may possibly get the death penalty. Like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But I mean I understand, you know, if you do bad stuff, it comes to consequences, so it kind of sucks. So it really does. It sucks. It's weird. Oh, man, this is fine. Yeah, be walk now. Just the power who's next. Yeah, they've been killing a lot of rappers and everything like that. That's another thing. I talked about that on another live. It's sad. It is real sad. It's, it's too sad. It's sad. So yeah, y'all on a more positive note, oh, another thing, y'all. I had a y'all, this is the thing I hate, bro. I swear to God. Like I don't know, like sometimes I don't know if it's because I know so many people that pass away. I don't like to get attached to people. But like when my first job ever, y'all, I know I never told y'all this story, y'all. Oh my God. Let me tell y'all, I used to work at Popeyes and I was damn good at my job. And I mean when you work at fast food it's real, 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 real easy. So one day I was coming to work and I had grabbed Sonic that day. And I was sitting down even before I had to clock in and this girl, they call it Features. That was just her nickname. She was sitting there and she had her application and she was getting ready to get her interview. And I remember her asking, "Oh, how much do you pay? What do you guys do?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, we do this, everything like that." And then I remember when she got hired on, and I remember them telling me that I was going to be the one training her. And I remember training her. I remember us getting real cool with each other. We got real cool to the point where she had my phone number. She called me one day to take her to Kroger's because she had to go get some money from that little thing, that little customer service area. One day when we got off from work from closing, she asked me, did I want to go over to her house to smoke weed? 'Cause that time I was smoking weed. We was all smoking weed at fucking Popeyes. I think the whole motherfucking crew members were smoking weed because if we worked the night shift, we would clean up Popeyes and then go into the parking lot over there by the dumpsters and roll up weed and we'd be passing that shit around like what nothing. But I remember going to her house and that was the first time I met her kid. She had a daughter and she had a little boy and the cook, his name was CJ. He started dating her and everything like that. And they had moved in and I just remember, talking to her and, just, having a damn good time. But I had ended up leaving Popeyes because it kind of got too chaotic and then our GM, she left and then we had got another GM and then it just wasn't the same. And then everybody kept leaving, so it was like a whole different crew member. It was too many new crew members. So I ended up leaving and I think I was working at Burlington factory at the mall. But I remember calling CJ. and he was telling me that Peaches had passed away. And y'all, I was so fucking sick to my stomach. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, it fucked my head up. Because I'm like, bro, how did she die? He was explaining to me over the phone. She went, drove, picked up some tabs, and they they think whoever she picked up them tabs from, they must have fucked her over, or they were potentially trying to kill her because she took one of them tabs and it put her in the hospital, and she died at the hospital. But it just kind of fucked me up. It did. It fucked me up. Not to say I got bad karma, but I'm like, damn. Like, soon as I get cool with somebody, or you know, whatever the case may be, either something bad done happened to them, or somebody went to jail because of something. Like, it's always something, y'all. And I be feeling bad. I do. I be feeling real, real, real bad. I really like when I get called from when people call me from, them being in jail or whatever, like it's fun to hear their voices, and it's cool to get like a what do you call those things? Those little letters. I don't have to send a letter, thank God, because y'all I got 3-year-old handwriting. But I usually would go on JPay, and I basically pay to type up like a little letter, and then the jail centers will print it out and give it to the inmate. But I mean, it's cool for them to like send you letters and everything like that, but it's not the same. It's not the same, y'all. It's not. Mm-mm. It's not. I know a couple of niggas that's in jail right now, and I just thinking like, damn, what do y'all be doing? Y'all be making me upset. I be so upset, y'all. I do. I be upset. I'm so upset. And they just be, I don't know. I guess after a while, once you get used to jail, you just kind of be chilling, just waiting out your time. Like, they just be chilling. Now, and I ain't gonna lie, one dude, I'm gonna call him, well, technically, I can say his name. Y'all don't even know his nigga. But nah, technically, his name is Richard, for anybody who wants to know, okay? Me and him started dating in 8th grade, right? And I just remember, every time I would get out of class, I would go to the back stairs and we would basically make out, or we would switch each other's gum. Like, if I had gum, he would take it out of my mouth, and then, he won't give it back to me. But I remember when I figured out that y'all, this man, he's a fucking con artist. I don't know how he got away with it, but while I was dating him, he was dating another girl in the same school, but I didn't know it at the time until I figured out, because he would be walking with this girl, and me, I was just like, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Everybody walks with somebody, but nope. Ended up finding out that he was dating that girl too, and I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So I had broke up with him. I was crying and stuff. I told my brother. My brother was trying to fight him. It was hectic, y'all. But I remember him calling my phone, but it wasn't him, it was his sister. And she was telling me that he was on the phone with us. I guess it was on a little 3 day, and he was telling me how he was in jail. And I was like, damn, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you in jail? He was like, oh no, it was because of this. It was because I got tickets and all of the places telling me how he got locked up. And I'm sitting there listening to him, and he finally gets out, y'all. Oh my God. I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, but yeah, he finally got out. He was staying with his brother, right? And he told me he was in Houston. And I don't think I should tell you. I don't think I should tell you. Psych, I'm gonna tell y'all. But nah, he came to Houston, right? He was in Houston after he got out of jail and everything like that. He was with his brother, and his brother was helping him, make some money and everything like that. Now his brother lived that fast life too. He sold drugs and all of that shit. I feel like every nigga I talk to have sold drugs before, they still do. So he had pulled up on me one night, and we were talking about how we was in love with each other when we was in middle school and all of this. And he was talking about how he wanted me to be his wife. And
he wanted to get me pregnant, and I was like, oh, okay, we was reminiscing about the past, but he was so upset that I didn't let him have sex with me. He wanted to have sex now in middle school. I was not thinking about hunching nobody. Like I wasn't, my mind wasn't set on fucking this guy. I never, never, ever, 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 ever wanted to fuck this dude. I didn't. I just wanted to be with him. And if it got to a point where he could potentially be my husband. That's how I was thinking. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be with somebody in middle school, I want to be with them through high school and then college, and then I'll give up my goodies. But no, I ended up giving my goodies up before freshman year. Y'all, I know, terrible, terrible, terrible. But I didn't give it up to him. So he kind of got what he wanted that night when he had when he pulled up on me. But I mean, I don't regret it. I definitely don't regret that night. You know what I mean? I definitely don't regret that night. The sex was splendid. It really was. The sex was splendid. It was great. It really was. It was great. But I just wouldn't date him. I wouldn't. I wouldn't date him. No, I wouldn't date him. Uh-uh. I wouldn't go back and date him. He too. I don't know. I don't know. He's something, y'all. He's a real cool guy, but I wouldn't date him. I would date him. But I just remember saying that I wouldn't have sex with him, and then I ended up having sex with him after he got out of jail. I know, terrible me, terrible me, y'all. But it wasn't that he didn't force me. I was just curious, anyways. I'm like, well, shit, we grown now. Like now, I'm really curious about what it's hitting on. But I mean, it was all right. It was great. It was great or whatever. But yeah. hmm I pray for his soul, Chuck. I know, love angel. I know. I think he's gonna pull through. I think he's gonna pull through. I think he's gonna pull through. I'm hoping for the best. I am. I'm hoping for the best. I genuinely am. I'm hoping for the best. I try not to overthink Yordy's situation, because every time I look at an article, I be like, damn, like there's no update. There's no updates. I don't know how stuff really happened. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really see no updates. But yeah. I'm praying for him too. I'm technically praying for everybody, really. I'm praying for him. I'm praying for Richard. I'm praying for this other guy named Billy. I'm praying for all of them. You know what I mean? Just praying for everybody. Everybody who locked up, for whatever the case may be. I just I really hope. I really, 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 really hope that, you know, they're able to, get out. I know Richard getting out. He already told me he's getting out, but he not getting out. What is it, 2020? I think he getting out in 2025. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be 26 when you get out. But yeah, I remember him telling me he's gonna get out, but I don't know what he did this time around. He won't tell me. I don't think he can talk about it either because my dumb ass was on a fucking jail call, and I'm like, so what'd you do? You like, why you always want to talk about what I did? Or like, if we on the phone, I'm like, so what they be feeding y'all in there? Like, what y'all be doing? Like, what it look like? You like, why every time I call you, you want to talk about me being in jail? Why can't we talk about what's going on out in the real world? And I'm like, you right. My bad, my bad. Like, y'all, I be so curious. I do. I be curious. I be so curious. But he always just I'm not here to talk about jail. I don't want to talk about jail. I don't want to talk about jail. I don't want to talk about jail. Let's talk about this. What type of music they got out there? What you been doing? Where Mariah at? Where your mom at? How your mom doing? Yeah, I ain't that man there, that man. There you go. This was a fun conversation for the most part. It was fun and sad at the same time. It was fun and sad. It was fun. And sad. It was what did you I had a great day at work, though. I did. A great day. I ain't worked too hard. I was watching movies. Looney ass, that nigga there. Looney, if you still in the chat, I mean, if you still alive, nigga, bring your ass here. Bring your ass here. Y'all, let me tell y'all something about Looney. Looney be doubting me when I be picking out movies, okay? He be doubting me. He thought a movie that well, technically I didn't pick it out. The phone picked it out, but he thought it was gonna be a boring movie. He kept trying to make me watch something off Netflix. I kept telling him like, I can't, I can't, I cannot. And he wanted me to go live. I told him I wasn't going live. I be trying to take breaks. Y'all, if y'all ever see me go live at night during Monday through Thursday, Looney got something to do with it. Okay, Looney got something to do with it because Looney always saying, "Hey, Steve, man, just like 30 minutes. All we need about 30 minutes, 10 minutes. Just go live about 10 minutes." I'm like, Looney, no. He's like, "Nah, come on, just couple minutes." I be trying to tell him no. I be trying to tell his ass no, because 30 minutes turn into 2 hours with him. 10 minutes turn into an hour, y'all. I be over it. I be over it. I be like, oh my fucking God, Looney, what the hell? Why is your ass still talking? Why are you still talking, nigga? He like, nah, I'm just saying, cause the distance, when the bitch this, and when the whoop whoop, I be like, oh my God, Looney, stop, stop it. Hey, Commander. Hi, Commander. Hi, 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 hi. Oh, there go Looney. There his ass go. There his ass go. I just want to come through and show some love. Great. This great morning, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing day. Yes, I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Yes, have an amazing day. You know, I have a great, great, great Wednesday, y'all. My Wednesday's been amazing. I got paid today. I got paid yesterday too. Shit, that shit was amazing. Come through Amazon insecurity. Security. Security. Yo, I got paid twice. Twice. On a Tuesday, early afternoon, and on a Wednesday morning. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Thought I was asleep, not yet, Looney baby. Thought you was asleep, not yet. You talking about me or you? Nah, I'm finna go, wash my ass and everything like that, then get situated and go to sleep. I just pulled up to the crib not too long ago, but I was sitting here because I wanted to finish talking. I did. I wanted to finish talking. Saying what I had to say about Yordi, and then I touch base on Peaches, Diego, Kiwi. There's a whole lot of people, and just my experiences, my and I want to make sure I put my headphones on the charger. I don't never take my headphones in there to charge. I usually just plug my headphones in when I get in the car while I'm driving home. But Trying to figure out what I want to cook today. I said I'm going to do a chicken salad. I may end up changing my mind and doing something else. Don't forget, y'all, I am doing my celebration mother chucking live, okay, y'all? I am coming through and I'm doing the goddamn celebration live, okay? I'm doing it. I'm doing it this weekend, y'all. So please make sure y'all tune in, okay? We're gonna do something real fun, okay? We're gonna do something real fun. That's too crazy. That's too crazy. That is too crazy. My bad, y'all, for postponing it. I was just spending time with my child and with family. And my sister just had her baby boy, so I definitely wanted to take some time and be around him and everything like that. It's an opportunity to not only be around her, but she had a 1 year old um, girl. She's so chunky and pretty, y'all. Like she's so ooh, a grilled chicken salad sounds good. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. It depends on what time I wake up. Because then if I wake up too late, then I'm gonna be like, up, fast food it is. Or I may go buy a salad or like go to Chipotle or something like that. But for the most part, I may cook. I may cook and shit. I have to. I have to get up like some good old homemade cooking. Oh man. Wash that Kuda Cat girl and freshen up and get some beauty rest. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I gotta do. I'm gonna watch the Kuda Cat. The Kuda Cat and the booty. I'm gonna watch that booty. The Kuda Cat. That's what I'm gonna do. I just put some Ah, shut up, Looney. Please stop it. Bro, somebody get this nigga out my chat now. Get him out of my chat. Please. Get him out of my chat. Please get him out of my chat, y'all. Please. That nigga is still fat. That I just put some beard. I know the kids ain't eating that. You made that shit for yourself. How fucking stingy and unconsiderate is that? How fucking unconsiderate is that? You talk about you cook some goddamn beers. Your ass better be in that goddamn kitchen making breakfast or making bowls of cereal or warming up Pop Tarts and toasted strudels. Your ass better be doing something, Looney. Your ass better be doing something. You talk about you cooking beers. Who the hell? Who's eating that besides you? Who's eating and drinking that besides you, sir? That nigga stupid as hell. Let me find out. Let me find out. Let me find out you giving my sis a hard time over there. Let me find out. Them turtles is gonna come up missing fucking with me. Okay. I'm taking little Tim and Jimmy. I'm taking everybody over there, okay? And I'm ripping up your damn garden, okay? I'm gonna rip your garden up from the roots, nigga. Don't fuck with me. Okay? Don't fuck with me. It's too early. Bro, Love Angel, tell this nigga. I be like, what the fuck are you? What? He like, yeah, man, I just, hey, see, man, I just woke up, man, and I'm shit, man. I had me more for a beer, man. I had me a beer. I'm like, what the nigga? How? How? How the fuck? How the fuck did you have a beer at 7 something in the morning? That nigga Looney be ready. When I tell you he be ready. Like, look, I'm here. Look, I ain't got no beers in the refrigerator. I'm gonna get me some of them. Goddamn. You think I'm not gonna get me some beers? You got me fucked up. I even told Looney while we was on the phone tonight. I was at work. I was like, Looney, look, just just refrain from smoking and drinking. Just drink and smoke on the weekends. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna try. But I said, what did you say, Looney? Oh, that nigga said he can't even go 10 hours. I said, I was like, Looney, you can't even go 24 hours. He's shit. I can't even go 10 hours. I said, oh my god, nigga, what? I disappointed in you talking about shit. I can't even go 10 hours. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Right there, they had sausage, eggs, rice, and jelly toast. Okay, that sounds good. No, hey, my these real life situations are rarely talked about. Oftentimes, assumptions are made, but we don't really know what goes on. Exactly, exactly. That's how I wanted to talk about it because this situation. Well, all of these situations will always sit dear to my heart. They will because these are people that I care about. These are people that I once spoke to and, was around them. So it just, it really does. I don't know. It just kind of really, I don't know, y'all. It hits different. It definitely hits different when, the individual, you know what I mean? When you see somebody on the news, you know what I mean? It's, it's still sad when you don't know the person. You're like, damn, that's fucked up. But when you see a news article or you see a familiar face, that can really truly fuck you up in the head. Because my mind was running like, bro, I just wouldn't ever, 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 ever expect a person to do something like that. I don't believe a person that I know would do something like that. The person that I met, the person that I talked to, I wouldn't I wouldn't have never thought that they would be capable of doing, such things allegedly if that was the case. But yeah, it's sad. It really is sad. Salute, salute. 10 hours cooking beers. Looney, nah, I can eat that. What you cook? Strawberry jam on toast? Wow, true strawberry jam. Yeah, that nigga Looney said cook beers. Oh, Looney been drinking since we been on the phone. Looney been drinking since we got on the phone, and he was complaining about the beers he had. Man, I don't want this shit, man. This shit ain't my Eisenhower, man. I'm about to go get my liquor out the cabinet. I'm about to go get my liquor out the cabinet. Shit, you know what? I'm a man. I'm gonna finish this one right, and then I'm gonna go make me a drink. Like, hey, see, hey, you all right? Hold on, give me 1 minute. I'm finna go make me a drink. I look at this nigga here. Look at this nigga here. Hey, man, I'm finna go make me a drink. Or he be like, this how I know Looney been drinking beers. He be like, hey, see, hey, hold on, real fast, man. I gotta go piss. I gotta go take a piss, man. And then I will purposely talk longer than I need to, knowing he got to go pee. He be like, hey man, hey see man, just hold on real fast, go pee. I be like, I know, just go to the restroom. Don't act like you gotta listen to me talk. Man, I be fucking with Looney, y'all. This nigga is a whole character. He is a character, y'all. Looney, say I'm lying. Looney, say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. This nigga would say, hey, I gotta go piss about 5 times while we sitting on the phone. But that shit, how long we was on the phone? Damn, I think we was on the phone for shit. Technically, the whole entire time I was at work. Yeah, cause what we watched, man, we watched what the fuck? Oh, we watched The Mist. That movie, watching it now, that shit's crazy. The ending was fucked up. We watched The Mist. We watched Horns. If y'all ain't never seen Horns, I recommend everybody going to go watch that movie. Now, it may look like a stupid ass movie because it has a stupid ass picture for the movie, but go watch it, okay? It came out in 2013, I believe. I think when you told me it came out in 2013. But go watch Horns, and then we watched Beyond Reanimator. Beyond Reanimator. It was okay. It wasn't the best movie. I didn't really care for it, but I mean, I gave it like a five, like a 4 or 5, but it wasn't as good as the first two movies we watched. It wasn't as good, but it got me through my shift. It did. It got me through my shift. About 3 movies. What kind of beer you cook, Looney? Ice House Love. I'm telling you. Hell, yeah, about 3. Looney wasn't even watch. First off, Looney wasn't even watching the third one. He wasn't. He wasn't even watching the third one. I watched more of the third one than he did. I watched the majority of that motherfucking movie. Cause I was sitting there, I was trying to get the concept of the movie, and it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Everybody was weird and fucked up, and people were injecting themselves with that neon green liquid, and they were turning into maniacs, and they were all fucked up. And it was just, y'all, it was just, yeah, it was a lot going on in that movie. And one of the scientists that worked down in the I think the infirmary or whatever, the little lab area where they bring all the dead bodies, he brought the girl back to life, and he was kissing on her and shit. Like, hell nah, I'm sorry. Ain't no way in hell I bring somebody back from the dead and I start kissing on them. Couldn't be me. Shit. Hell nah. Couldn't. It couldn't be me. It was weird, y'all. The movie wasn't that good, but I mean, it had some moments where you like, huh? Yeah, it was like that. The last one wasn't all that. Nah, it really wasn't. It was all right. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. Excuse me. I wouldn't watch it again. I wouldn't. I'd watch it to sleep. It put me to sleep. You know what I mean? It's just something to throw on. But I wouldn't watch it again. I was. Remember, I had to find the app. No, nigga. I told you to download Tubi and you could still watch it. But Looney didn't want it. Looney didn't want to watch it. He didn't want to watch it to be in. He wanted to be on. He wanted the movie to play at the same time that I was playing the movie. But since Tubi is a free app, you know what that comes with? That comes with a lot of commercials. So every time he would get a commercial, I would be watching the movie, and then when I would get a commercial, he would he would be watching the movie. So it was like, it was a hit or miss for both of us. 'Cause our commercials wasn't hitting at the same time. So he downloaded the other app that I was using on the work phone so he could watch the movie with me. But still, it still wasn't on the same little on the same time. It was. But yeah, I started cleaning the fish tank. Oh, but I was watching though. True. Yeah, I remember you saying something about cleaning the fish tank, but he wasn't. He wasn't watching it. He was listening. I give him that. He was listening to the movie, but he damn sure wasn't watching that motherfucker. He wasn't. He wasn't, because they was doing some odd shit on that movie. Like one part of the movie did little the what do they call it? Whoever controls, like, the whole little jail thing. He came in, with his little cane and everything like that. And there was a reporter talking to this fucked up maniac guy, bald head. He had on that little white little I don't know what you call it, little thing with that white thing that, straps your arms and everything like that. He had that on. The girl was trying to talk to the guy. The guy was doing weird, crazy shit. Then the other, I guess the person who's in charge, he came in there and had scared the girl. Then he fucked around and hit her in her goddamn head. Then she was on the floor crying, doing all that, all that movie bullshit they make them girls do. And then he was talking about, oh, get on your knees, bark, and that bitch was barking. He was like, get on your knees and bark. That bitch was barking. Like, that part of the movie fucked me up because she was crying and barking. And then he was like, are you gonna do anything for me and everything like that? And she was like, yes. And she was unbuckling his pants like she was gonna suck his dick.
and she tried to run for it. Then that nigga hit her, and then he killed her. But then that other guy brought her back to life and everything like that. And then yeah, it was hectic, y'all. It was weird. It was weird. It really was. It was weird. But I wouldn't watch the movie again. I just thought that shit was really, really, really tripping me out. When that bitch got down on all fours and that bitch was barking, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, I just can't do it. He bit somebody's arm, right? Who? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh boy, did. And that the little crazy guy, he was in that jail cell with the nigga with the rat. And the rat had his own little space over there in the jail cell. So the guy was like, go home, get your food. And the little crazy one, he picked up the rat and shoved the rat in his mouth and was running around with the rat in his mouth. And the guy was like, hey, give me my pet. It was weird. The whole fucking movie was weird. It was weird. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to watch some shit you ain't never seen before, maybe while you high or drunk, watch that. But I wouldn't recommend you watching it sober. No, I wouldn't recommend nobody watching that movie while they're sober. It's not one of those types of movies. It's not. But yeah, he did. He bit somebody and he threw the guard overneath the balcony. He just did a whole lot of fuck shit. It was just yeah, it was too much going on in that movie. That motherfucker was crazy. He was the craziest one out of the group. You could tell he was. He didn't have on the same clothes as the inmates. Nigga was running amok. Killed the damn guard that was in the jail cell. It was a whole lot of going on. It was a whole lot going on. Mm-mm. Three. You give it a three? I give it like a four. I didn't even get to see the ending. I didn't. You know what? Now the beginning was all right too. I did like the beginning somewhat because it started off with them being in the house. It was late at night, and I think this girl was babysitting her brothers, or I don't know what was going on. It looked like they was in a house, but somebody came in, had the girl pinned up to the wall. The girl was trying to fight the dude off. Now, mind y'all, you don't get to see the nigga face until he go into the kitchen. So he grabbed that bitch with one hand by her neck, smashing her head up against the wall, just smashing her shit. And then he go walk in the kitchen, and you can see from the little boy's point of view on the ground, he's all scared and shit and shook. Then the fucked up nigga that came in and killed old girl, he gonna go to the kitchen and grab a carton of milk, and he not even drinking the shit. The nigga jaw is missing, his motherfucking tongue, like his whole fucking mouth just looked nasty as fuck. It looked like a pot of spaghetti. His fucking face like a pot of spaghetti, but that nigga had no jaw, and he's sitting there trying to drink the carton of milk. Like the shit was hectic, y'all. The shit was hectic. I wouldn't recommend it though. I wouldn't recommend the movie. The motherfuckers uh hanging what? The motherfuckers hanging was shaking and shit. I only gave that because it's a movie to watch. But yeah, they had some good parts. Yeah, that's what the movie was given. The movie was given, you know, really like a legit hit and miss. Like it was some hit and misses, and then it was like, nah, I'm messing with that shit. I don't want to watch it. That movie wasn't hit and miss. It was. It really was. That's the definition of a hit and miss movie. And it was an old movie at that. So yeah. Yeah, y'all. That's what my day consists of. My day consists of work, motherfucking loony ass. Hey, AC, man, you go live about 10, 30 minutes, man. That's all we need, man. Let's go live, man. Let's go live. My day consisted of my coworker. Y'all know I said I was gonna give y'all some updates, right? So tomorrow I was gonna give y'all updates right now, but I've been on here long enough. But I did speak to my coworker today. Well, my maybe hunch buddy.
He's like, "No, fuck with y'all." Now I did speak to him today, and we was texting as well because he was up at the front with me while I was working, and then he had to step away. But when he stepped away, he was texting my phone and everything like that, trying to meet freaky. But I'll give y'all a whole little update tomorrow, and we'll go into depth about what happened basically last night, and then we'll talk about what may transpire tomorrow. Okay. Now this man's still trying to, it's the whole roof thing for me. I ain't doing the roof. He's still talking about this roof shit. I'm about to call off this dick appointment because he keep talking about this fucking at the job, and I'm not fucking nobody at the job, not the job. But I'll give y'all the whole full update tomorrow. And yeah, it was fun being on here with y'all. I enjoyed everybody. The mist though, yes, the mist was good. Well, to what kind of beer you drink? Yeah, the mist was good. I enjoyed it. Didn't like to tell them how the mist ended. Okay, so y'all, if y'all never seen the mist, it's basically a movie where it's a couple. They wake up, they go downstairs in the basement. They're getting prepared for the tornado, the storm. And I think it was a tornado because when they woke up, there was a tree in her damn home. There was debris all over the place. So the guy goes over to his neighbor, the black guy, because technically the neighbor's tree was in his yard and everything like that. And it got into his house and he's like, I'm gonna go get his insurance, everything like that. So he goes and talks to the black guy. Then the black guy talk about how his car don't work and he wants to ride into the town with him to go to the grocery store as well. They get trapped at the grocery store, and all you see is military people driving by. Then you see mist. You see nothing but mist, and everybody's talking about what is that? And then the guy running into the fucking grocery store talking about there's something in the mist. There's something in the mist. It took someone else, so they closed it up. Everybody started dying, and just a whole lot of shit kept happening. Everybody kept going outside, didn't make it. Some people were going outside and they did make it. Finally, towards the end of the movie, the guy and son and this girl he was having an affair with, and these two old people, they went with old boy and a couple other people, but they died. So fuck them. They got in the car, they drove off, they're riding down the street the whole entire time, they chilling, everything like that. They're quiet, they seeing all the fucked up shit, all the spider webs, all the big ass bugs and animals. And then the car finally stops and the car is on E. So he's just there, he's all upset. The old people are all upset, and the girl is crying, little boy's just sitting there. I think he was asleep, but he looked in the gun and he pulled out all the bullets, and there was only 4 bullets left. I think he must have miscount. But that nigga took that gun, blew the brains out of the old woman, blew the brains out of the old man, blew the brains out of the little boy, blew the brains out of the girl he was having an affair with, and then he was crying and screaming, and then he tried to shoot himself, but there was no bullets left. So he was crying and crying. Got out the car, was crying, talking about, come and get me. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Trying to call the monsters to come and kill him. So finally he looks, right? So I'm thinking it's a monster gonna kill him. He's looking, and then you know what happens, y'all? The military people come. The military people come. Not only was it one truck, it was several trucks. Several trucks. And that nigga just broke down. He got on his knees. He was crying, everything like that. But you should have thought about it. You should have waited a couple more minutes before he blew everybody's brains out. You know what I mean? They didn't even want to take the chance of trying to walk. Nobody want to take the chance to walk. Now I understand if he wanted to blow the brains out of the two old people in the back. Like they're not going to make it. They can't run. You know what I mean? There's no saving the old people. Not to be fucked up, but it's almost like what are you expecting to happen to old people? It's almost like bait. You know what I mean? They can't run like they used to. They can't do things like they used to. So of course they're gonna become bait. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was fucked up. It was. You know, he killed his own son, killed the girl he was on an affair with, killed the damn grandparents. It was sad, but it was a good movie. It was good. It was good. It was good. About 5 more minutes. Yeah, all he had to do was wait, but he didn't do it. So that's on him. That is on him. That is on him. That is on him. So yeah. And what the hell? It was a good movie. The Horns was a good movie. It was a fun movie at that. I mean, it was. It was a good movie. So if you've never seen The Mist and Horns, I would say go watch those two movies. If y'all ain't got shit else to do today or during the weekend, go watch those movies. I've seen The Mist, but I saw when I was really, really young, and then I finally paid attention to it this time around. But Horns, I have never seen until last night with Looney, because Looney kept saying, "Oh, I don't think it's gonna be good," but it did. It turned out to be real good. It was funny. It was funny and fucked it at the same time. You know what I mean? And it's if you like movies where you're trying to find the killer within the movie, all that mysterious shit. I think that's a good movie to watch. You know what I mean? Because it incorporates a lot of things. It does that. It's almost like a thriller slash, mysterious, and it's just everything. You know what I mean? A little bit of magic, all of that. It's everything in one, and they did a damn good job about how they did the movie. They did. They did a damn good job. It was a little fucked up though, but they did a damn good job. They did. Little buddy who shot the what? Little boy who shot the in the store. Oh, yeah, I like that one though. Yeah, when he shot old girl, I was happy. I was happy when he shot her because she kept trying to get into people's head and then was talk about everything that is said in the Bible is coming to life and everything like that. Then she thought she was the chosen one because one of them big ass bugs flew on her and she didn't get bit. Like, girl, stop it. Mm-mm. But she kept thinking she was the chosen one. And, oh, let's sacrifice, sacrifice the whore, sacrifice the son. Like, y'all, they was just doing too much. They was doing too much for me. Well, not them, but her. The bitch in the movie, I wanted her to die. And I'm glad she did because she was getting on my nerves the whole entire time in the movie. Okay, good beer. I'm more like Boston Local or Heineken, Blue Moon. I do Dos Equis or the original Bud Light. Or I do a hard seltzer, Bud Light seltzer. Trulies. I do all of those. Yeah. The movies we watched today, y'all, they were great. For the ones going to work, y'all, I hope you have an amazing day at work. Not only that, for the ones who getting off from work, I hope you have a great, 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 you know, time when you're home. I hope you take a shower and you get a lot of rest. Shout outs to the moderators in the building. Shout out to everybody who came in the chat. Shout out to the people in the cloud. Shout out to just everybody, okay? I appreciate y'all. But I'm about to get about my car. I'm gonna turn off my shit because I'm actually wasting gas. Fucking with y'all. I'm wasting gas. So I'm just about to get up out this car. I'm in this crib. I take a shower. I'm gonna talk a little shit to my coworker and then wake up, be a parent, cook food, everything like that, and take my ass back to sleep and wait for me to have to go back to work. You know, I like how to get at the club. grab here. Salute mob family. Bye, y'all. Y'all take care, okay? And if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out, okay, y'all? And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, okay? Bye.